Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared. My lovely wife Kara is not joining us today. And I think I got everything set up right tonight. How's everybody doing tonight? Fiend, Michael, Russ, Braze, Ed. What's up, Ed? Wallaby. I seen a bunch of you guys in here in the chat while I was setting up. Trying to see if I can get. Wait, where'd it go? Trying to see if I can get it to point Jared. Can't fix it. The errors. I'll send it back to Kubi and have them redo the whole thing. I don't know if they would, but they might. They might. Um, but uh, but yeah, that's pretty easy to do to get a knife back or to a point to where it's unfixable. But you can definitely regrind. Oh, speaking of regrinding, actually, I got the belts in from Work Sharp. I'm hoping these are the right ones because the last ones I ordered, man, I thought I ordered the right ones. This is the Shiro Goroff F3R. I thought I ordered the right ones, but they wound up being for the regular sharpener, not for the grinder. These, did they send me extra? I don't know. I don't remember ordering 2-packs, but I hope this is the right one. Is they sent me the link to it, so it should be the right one. Yeah, this is it for sure. So this is the extra coarse big ones for the grinder. At least it looks like it's the right ones, the big ones. I got 2-packs of them. What is this? 80 grit and 220 grit. So I'm gonna try to do some regrinds. I got one knife planning to do a regrind on. I was thinking about doing one on the 0450 just because that grind bin, it drives me nuts how thick it is. But then I thought about it, the one I have has such a bad heat treat. What's up, Knife Modders? I don't know if it's Lindy Lou or Richie, but what's up, guys? I got a belt sander. Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways you can do it. I've done it on just diamond plates before. I've done them on belt grinders and shit at the old shop I've worked at. Hell, I did one time. I broke my knife at work and then reground it right there at work because I needed a knife still. So fuck it. Both of us. Awesome. Well, how you guys doing tonight? Thank you for coming. Thunderbird, let me start pulling people. I gotta get in better control of this where I start bringing up people's names because when people watch it later, they don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. So here we go. Thunderbird Blade says, liking the new lighting and sound quality. Been busy with the studio. Absolutely. Thank you for noticing because I have been. And actually, right now, while we're sitting here, let's check out the knife cam. Bang. Then bang, add me. Wait. Oh, wait. No, sorry. Yeah. I'm getting in control of it. So I do have my other lighting set up. You see there is a little shadow here, but I changed the direction of it. So now I can do it on both cameras at the same time. And the lighting's not the best because I do have some things right here that are kind of blocking it. But either way, I got it set up. So it seems like purple knives seem to do really good. Oh, sorry. This is the Medford Slim Midi on bearings. Very awesome. And then this is the Hinder half track. Awesome knife. Get it back in. Trying to find the direction. It's always the opposite way, so I just got to figure out the direction. Let's check this one out. I'm going to pull up the Spartan Hearthseat and see if the Mayan calendar comes up pretty good on it. So this is the Spartan Hearthseat folder. Let's see if we can get the Mayan calendar to come up pretty good. It's kind of good. It's a little spotty, though. That's what I don't like is like where it looks distorted just a little bit. But either way, we're trying over here. We're trying. What's everybody saying? The setup is... Rox says, the setup is sweet and will continue. Absolutely. And that's what it's about, is just me trying to continue to grow it, whether it's with lighting or whatever. Hey, Mom, Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing great tonight. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Um, there we go. I've never seen a knife channel that had several different cameras. That's too cool. Nice. Thank you. It's the app we have. So the app allows us to do different things. So basically what I'm doing is I send a link to my phone because I'm on a camera right now, which this is the first time I've ever used a camera besides the one on my phone. So it does take a little bit me getting used to a computer and a camera. But what I do is I send the link to my phone as if, like, say, if one of you guys wanted to come on, right, and do a live chat, I could send the link to you, and then you would have to just hit the link and then, go through the thing, and I would see you, and then you would be on your camera. And that's how I brought Lavender Pants up. I know some of you guys might not have seen it, but I did have Lavender Pants in here a couple weeks ago. Knife Sergeant says, if you follow my Instagram, you know what I have coming up. I actually did see that, Knife Sergeant. I did see that, and that is very, very sweet. That must have been pretty pricey. And I seen what you said on there, but you'd be surprised how many people see that stuff. But I know what you mean. I try to keep people going from YouTube to Instagram, from Instagram to YouTube, just a constant flow of content. Um, Seems Logic says, Jared, taking a crash course in modern technology with this YouTube channel 2021. Absolutely, that's for sure. It's definitely a crash course for me. I'm more of a hands-on type of person. I've definitely never done things with technology my whole life. I've always worked with my hands. I've always worked with power tools and machinery. So, but it's better late than never, right? Better late than never. And I think I'm doing pretty good because as I realize now, I actually know more than some people that just from me doing this channel. Like, I've realized that there's a lot of people that don't even know half the stuff that I know now because I've learned so much over the past year or whatever. Russ says, picked up a 940-2. Thanks for letting me borrow yours. I probably would not have purchased one without handling it first. Yeah, the 940 is a damn good knife. I think I have one sitting here. Oh no, it's right up there. It is a damn good knife. It is a little thick behind the edge, and I do think it would benefit it to have a hollow grind or just a thinner grind overall. But all in all, man, it's a solid knife. My Aunt Dawn says, hello, everybody. Hey, Aunt Dawn. Oh, kick the camera. Gotta do one of those at least 5 times during the show. How you doing, Aunt Dawn? Everybody's saying, hey. But yeah, I'm definitely learning a lot, and I think by this time next year, I'm really gonna be good because I'm even spreading out a little bit, like even like with Instagram and YouTube, running them both at the same time. Wasn't good at it because like before I had a Facebook, but I never used it, before. Oh, what's up, Alex? Alex's knife box is in here. What's up, bud? Me and him did a podcast on Sunday. Hopefully you guys see it. With Tom Host saying Outpost 76 and who else was there? Oh, Dirk Weirning was there. Breeze says I can make that Rockstead serrated with just 1 week. You probably do it in one day. Hell yeah. Russ says WTF, only 21 likes. What is going on? Seems Logical says 940's ergonomics are underrated. I really like the lines on the handle. The slopes are so simple, but really help give you a nice, comfortable grip. Yeah, and that blade shape. I know they have the spay point, right? The spay point is basically what it is. I know everybody calls it a reverse tanto, but a reverse tanto would have, think of a tanto. A tanto has two sharp angles. So it would have to be sharp on the first angle, which it's not. That's why I think of it more of a clip point or a spay point. But before, for EDC, you didn't really have too many spay points besides on slip joints. So it was it was something new and it's such a useful blade shape. I really like it because it gives you the downward tip where you can do utility cuts, especially for EDC. Like if you work around a farm or do any type of construction, or if you're just a handy person that carries a pocket knife, that is a very useful knife and it's tough for how thin and sleek it is. And just in case nobody knows, let me grab mine. We're talking about the Benchmade 940. It has the access lock, so very snappy, but it's got a thin, not thin, a long, slim blade shape. So it's really compact. You don't even know you have it in your pocket. And it's a full-size knife, just slim though. I like it a lot. Russ says he got his for a hell of a deal, too. That's awesome. Awesome. Bree says almost 6,000 subs. Yes, we are almost at 6,000 subs, which is amazing. It's so amazing. We've grown so much this past year, and we are so grateful. So grateful. It's been awesome all year. When you get a chance, can you briefly riff on cutting performance of Hologram versus flat grind? Like if they were same thickness against cardboard. Okay, yes, I will actually right now, right after I read this. Mark, Bell, shit. Thank you, bud. Thank you. Thank you. I apologize for this hit and run, having a hard week at work. I'm beat. Hopefully, I'm free on Saturday. Man, go get some rest, bud. Thank you for coming in and thank you for the donation. Absolutely, man. Yeah, definitely get some rest. Thank you. Thank you. So between a hollow grind and a flat grind. So a hollow grind comes down like this. So a flat grind goes like this, right? So since it's going like this, it's more of a wedge. So when you're cutting, you're basically pushing a wedge through the material. A hollow grind goes like this and then is the same thinness. And if you go up the blade, it spreads out. So it spreads the material more than wedging it. So that's one benefit to cutting it. And if it's the same thickness, a full flat grind is going to do really good. But a lot of times you get a saber grind, which isn't a full grind, full flat, meaning the flat starts like halfway up the blade, kind of like the 940 we were just showing, or like this. Pull up the knife cam really quick. So if you look at, hopefully this is a good example, the flat on this, it starts right here. It starts right here, not all the way up at the top. It starts right here. So since it starts in the middle of the blade, it's not a full flat. So that's not going to cut as good as a full flat. Now, depending on the taper, because there are times when it is going to work out better for, maybe one that's not a full flat, but usually a hollow does so much better because it's the same thickness going up the blade instead of getting thicker. And since it's the same thickness, even if both of them are 20 thousandths behind the edge, the hollow grind is 20 thousandths going up the blade rather than going from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50,000, 60,000. It'll be 20 thousandths a quarter way up the blade and then go to 30 thousandths, and then slowly go up to 35 and 40 thousandths rather than being at 50 thousandths really fast. So anything thin is going to cut better than something thick. So that's basically why it winds up cutting better. And the other big benefit to it is that when you sharpen it, like a flat grind is going to get thicker. Every time you sharpen it, it gets thicker. So every time you remove steel from the edge, it gets thicker. A hollow grind stays the same thickness. A good hollow grind, one that's done right, it should never get thicker, meaning like you should have basically all the life you're going to get out of it and it still be the same thickness behind the edge. Awesome. 3 people thinking the same thing. I don't know what that is. Was that metamorph in the corner of the knife cam? No, sorry. Here, I'll pull it up. That is not the metamorph. That is You muted yourself. I know I did. It's an accident. If I don't have myself as a little person on the screen, you won't be able to hear me. It was the Concept Prickle. This comes in a drop point blade and a Tonto. And the Tonto is a wicked looking Tonto. It's got very, very sharp lines. It's a front flipper, very slim, titanium pocket clip, steel liners, very snappy. It's pretty awesome, actually. It's the drop point on it is very useful for utility and for slicing. It's a nice slim knife that you have a full-size knife, even though it's so slim. I'm guessing Eggs and Ham is here. Yep, there he is. What's up, bud? What's up, Eggs and Hams? Well, if you're close to Canada, I hope we don't have Canada show up tonight, because last week, man, I rewatched some of it. What the hell just happened? Oh, fuck. I hope that's not Canada. What the hell just happened? Oh, my God. Hang on one second, guys. What the heck just happened? I have no idea what I just did. My whole thing just went crazy. Just please hang on one second, guys. You can watch me. Oh, there we go. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. My whole computer turned into a bunch of numbers and stuff. Anyways, what the hell was I talking about? I don't even remember now. Oh yeah, last week, or when we did the live in Canada, kept showing up. I rewatched it, man. It sucked. I was so upset. It's like every time when I was telling a story, it's kind of like telling a joke and getting to the punchline, and you get to the punchline and you can't hear the punchline because it's like I was so mad rewatching it. Oh, you were talking about invading Canada. That's probably why they did that to us, because it got bad. Ooh, wait, where'd it go? Russ says the Matrix. Yes, the Matrix showed up on my screen. Exactly. That's exactly what just happened, Russ. I promise you. I wish you guys could have seen it. Wait, what'd that say? My mom says that comes from your mother's side. um, I wish you guys could see Douglas right now, because Douglas got a girlfriend. Somebody sent Douglas a girlfriend, and he you know what? Actually, why don't you guys look? I'm like, oh, I had to turn the other thing. Sorry. You're gonna see this really quickly because it's not appropriate for YouTube, and I don't want to mess up no guidelines. Douglas, what are you doing back there? Douglas got himself a girlfriend. Ed sent a little girly Douglas. Ooh, there we go. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to tighten it. Is that good? Kind of. Let me turn it back. There. Douglas has got himself some bitches. Yeah. Douglas has been getting it in ever since she got here. I gotta put that in. Ed says, "Dear Lord, you have issues, young man." Ed's the one who sent it. Wait, are we interrupting something? Hey, man. I've been trying to stop him, man. I've been trying to stop him. He's something else. Is my thing backed up? It appears that the link K found for Douglas went to some good use. Looks like it, right? Knife modders. Oh, cool. Wait, if it's mid or late June 1st, may I have the time off from work to make? I don't. That's not for me. So, Douglas fresh. Yeah, Douglas is getting fresh. 55 people in here. Hopefully, every one of you guys hit that like button. Therapeutic Edge. I forgot, since I talked to you last. If you can, remember, send me your address on Instagram, and I'll send you that package out. I'm going to be sending packages out in like the next 2-3 days. By Saturday, I should have some packages sent out, because I got a bunch of packages going back to people that I've had their stuff for a little bit. So, yeah, Peter, if you could do that for me. Just send me your address on Instagram. And everybody go sub to A Therapeutic Edge. Awesome channel. Awesome channel. Hey, man, he's got so many damn knives. Wait, what did Breeze just say? Who is going to Blade Show in June? Breeze says Neeves excavating sewer and water, laying pipe all day and night. I love it. That's actually was a real business. What's up? What's up, guys? Just got my CRKT Pilar 3 today in D2. Love it so far. Awesome, Jesse. You know, a lot of people were asking me if I was going to get it on the channel, and I would if somebody sent it, but I don't personally want to buy it. You know, I didn't really like the first one because it came with a bunch of issues. Ours did. Now, we did wind up checking out Timbo's, which was a great example. It was awesome. It's a great knife, but I don't know. I just kind of held, I don't know if I held a grudge or if it just kind of, like, put it this way, Kara loved it before she tried the one we got that was messed up, but ever since then, she don't even care about it either now. Now, I'm not trying to, like, say that there's anything wrong with that one because I know they wound up getting it right after a while. So it seemed like they wound up doing really good, but a lot of people got bad ones at first, and I just happened to be one of them, right? Then they wound up getting it right, and I'm sure the 3 is awesome because they probably got all their tweaks out. But I don't know, I don't see myself buying a CRKT anytime in the future. If there was one with a deadlock, I would. If it was for a good price, it seems like all the ones with the deadlocks, man, they want so much money for them. Where is Blade Show this year? Watching your stellar climbers. Thank you, Therapeutic Edge. I appreciate that, bud. Picked up the Kaiser Cormorant Fidget Heaven. I bet it is. That's one that I do want to check out. I do want to try that one. The button lock Kaiser. It reminds me of the Smack in so many ways. And I know everybody else has got to agree. It looks awesome. Knife Modder says June 4th through the 6th. Blade Show is 2021, June 4th through the 6th. In case anyone is wondering, Wallaby can link the details. Yes, please, please. I'm not going to be able to go, but it's all right. But maybe next year, because I ain't wearing them damn masks. CRKT just needs more knives, not an ATR. I agree with that. But I think one of the problem is that I think they're going, like, they're always behind the ball. It's like, so people are using D2, they're using HCR. It's like when people are getting away from D2 and starting to use 14C28N or 154CM, then they want to roll into D2. Now, granted, I like D2, so I have no problem with D2. Some people do. I don't. D2 is a fine steel, but at a certain price, like I don't want to pay $100 for a D2 knife. Not unless if it's made in small batches by like Medford or something, because then it's CPM D2 and the heat treat is off the charts better than a production level. But any production D2, I don't want to pay more than $40 for, to be honest. 40, 50, maybe $60 if it has good materials. Like for just G10 steel liners, no, I don't want to pay $60, $70, $80 for that. Personally, but I got to be more frugal with my money. People that don't have to be frugal with their money, you can buy that shit and it's awesome. Like I can't do that because one, I have to think about the channel, and two, I got to get the best bang for my buck. Like that's just the way, I gotta buy stuff. So if I have the opportunity to buy 14C28N with titanium, and all the bells and whistles versus something that's not that for a lot more money versus getting better stuff for less money, I'm gonna choose the better for less. But that's just me though, because I'm not gonna be able to buy both. I have the choice, one or the other, so you know how it goes. Seems Logic says my gripe with D2 is corrosion resistance. I use my knives in the kitchen the most, and that's a high moisture area. Don't need no rusty knives cutting into my door. Yeah. A lot of people do that too. A lot of people like to use their knives in the kitchen or in the office for their lunch or whatever. I mean, and a lot of people live in areas that is near salt water or like Louisiana, places where there's lots of water. So I completely understand that. I don't really have to worry about rust, but I just wouldn't use it in the kitchen unless if it was coated. For D2 meaning. They should do Blade Show in a state that's opened up again like Texas. Yeah, Texas or Florida would be great. I agree. Matt Lambert, I heard New Zealand is opened up. Been open for a few months now. I paid $135 for a D2 blade in G10, the VDK Vesta. I think under certain circumstances, it might be okay. Like certain companies that make small batches or maybe certain places, like there's gonna be times when it's okay. I've paid $100 for a D2 knife, probably even more than that. I've definitely done it myself, but there's a point where like D2 used to be a super steel. Remember that? Like it wasn't but fucking 3 years ago. D2 was the shit. Everybody was screaming, go D2, do D2. Everybody wanted D2. But now the past 2 years, all we've seen is D2. And you have other companies able to do 14C28 and 154CM and blah, 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 blah. So we're wanting the new, and especially if we can get it for the same price. Personally, I like 14C28M better than D2, and I'll explain why. It's because, and I'll read your comment in a second. It's because even though D2 should on paper have better edge retention than 14C28N, I never find that. I always get better edge retention out of 14C28N unless the heat treat is done right on the D2, which it's usually not up to par, not as good as it's supposed to be. It's always less than what it should be. Now, if it was done in small batches and everything else, then D2 can be amazing, but we don't ever see that. In 14C28N, it's so easy for companies to do. It's a steel that was made for knives. So it's so easy to get right. And say if they messed it up, it's not that big of a deal because it's hard to mess up because it's got so much room to fluctuate, between HRCs, between what's good. With like D2, it doesn't. You know, it's easy to mess up. I messed up. I was just going to read that. Now I can't find it. Why do I got to mess this up? Here we go. Fun fact with D2. Some sword makers mix D2 with high carbon steels like 1095 or 5160. D2 is like a middle ground between stainless steel and high carbon. Yeah, it's almost a stainless. It's very close to stainless. Anyone ever been to ICE? What is that? ICCE? I don't know what that is. Knife Matter says, shh, don't give away my position. Mr. Burns released the hounds. Time for the rock set. Is it? Is it that time? Maybe my thing's just messed up, but I'll believe you. We got the Racky right here. Always got it close by. Let's see if we can see Douglas through the. Let's see if we can see Douglas. Oh, snap. There's Dougie. Oh, Dougie's getting it in. What's up, Eva Lee? What's up, bud? Chicago 23 says, show off the Matrix or the ZT077. I don't have that. That is somebody else's knives, and I don't own them. I have reviewed them, but I don't have them. Bree says, Jared, everyone that didn't hit the like button clearly likes Gerver. Can you start reading the names? Yeah, we usually start reading the people's names that didn't hit the like button. We'll let it go right now for a little bit, but they're definitely Gerber lovers. But here by the next round of likes, we'll start naming off all the people who refuse to drop a like for Neeves Dives. Alex. You should have the Axon in 2 days. Okay, awesome, bud. I appreciate it. We got an Axon coming in. We'll definitely do an unboxing Eva I'm doing great, bud. I'm doing great. How are you doing, bud? I appreciate you asking. Fools better hit that like button. Definitely hit that like button. If you guys wouldn't mind, it definitely helps us. What it does, if people don't know what the like button does, what it does is the more likes a video gets, or dislikes, it doesn't matter. You can give us dislikes, drop a thumbs down. But what it does is it helps YouTube say, okay, people like this content, and then it helps get it into people's suggestions. So, like, if you like watching knife videos or other people like to watch knife videos, it'll put my videos in their suggestions. So then they might watch it because it's had a bunch of likes per view ratio. Richie B says, hey, so anyone who is going to Blade Show in Atlanta, Lindy and I will be working at Monterey Bay Knives booth. So come and see us. Did you guys get that? Um, Richie and Lindy Lou, Knife Modders, are going to be working at Monterey Bay Knives booth. If you go to the knife show this year, definitely stop by and see them. That's awesome, man. Good for you, man. Good for both of you. That's amazing. I'm really happy for you guys. You guys have really you guys are killing it right now. And I love it for you, man. I have nothing but smiles for you guys. Wayne C says, hey, love the Gerber 2-pack bargain knife set. Just joking. Oh, it's hard to like Gerber these days. It really is. Christopher Skiff says, I clicked the like button. Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud. Did you, though? Did you? Let me check. I bet. Wait, I bet some of you bought a Gerber back in the day. Oh, yeah, man. The knife that I was talking about earlier, if I don't know if you were here, but I think you were here, that I broke at work and reground right there at work, that was a Gerber. I still have the damn thing. I should break it out and show you guys. It looks like shit. But I did it like on the fly. It snapped all the way in half. It's actually right there. It snapped all the way in half, and I had to put it on the grinder and grind a swedge into it so that I could use it. Not gonna lie, I've never bought, oh man, never bought a Gerber. Good for you. Good for you. You're not missing much. I bought them because like needing a knife and you're going to the store and you're going to the job site and you don't want to be on the job site without a pocket knife, that type of thing. And like that's the one thing Gerber's good at is advertising. Sorry, I'm just lowering this a little bit. Is advertising. So when when you like knives, but you don't know knives very well, you see Gerber everywhere. But I'll tell you what, I knew Gerber was shit from day one. And I knew that because like with collecting knives, even when I collected cheap knives and budget knives, I could tell the difference. And I seen like at Walmart and Target and places like that how they'd advertise it and just how they were. And I already knew, like, man, this is some BS. Like these guys, the way they word things, and like you can kind of tell. Crazy Farmer says, was my first knife in the late 90s for hunting. My first knife was an old, I don't know if it was a buck, but it was like a buck 110, but it was really big. But that was when I was like 5. I've had so many knives. Me and my dad had a big collection. By the time I was 8 years old, I had probably 50 knives. Um, and then we got them stolen. Then we wound up getting them back, like getting more back, collecting again. And yeah, a lot of fixed blades though. We did a lot of hunting and fishing, so most of our collection was those type of knives, hunting knives, and some of them were handmade, but they were handmade fixed blades and badass knives like that. Gerber may be in the early 1970s made good, especially 100. I'm sure they were at one time. Okay, this is the thing is most knife companies don't step into the biz saying, I want to make shit knives. I guarantee their knives were top notch back then. If you got a Gerber from like their first line of knives, they were probably amazing. But then like some companies, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of companies, they sell out. They sell out to China because they say, okay, I can make a knife for $40 and sell it for 50, or I can make a knife over here for $2 and sell it for 80 or whatever they do. I don't know. But then they don't have the same quality. They just learned how to advertise and make big batches of knives, and they probably realize this is where the money's at. The money's here where the people don't know knives versus real knife collectors, because there's going to be a mass amount of people that buy knives versus the knife community that buys quality knives. I could go for grilling a bear. I had some bear not that long ago. Bear burgers. My first knife was one of those stainless Klein tool knives with rosewood inlay. You had to order from a hardware store. Klein makes solid shit. I never heard of it. MTech started at the bottom. Now we're still here. That's true. I'm not saying there's no companies. I think I was mainly talking about USA companies, but yeah, there's still some companies that started out making shit and never got any better. Therapeutic Edge says, okay, gang, gotta run. Take care, all. Okay, bud, you're taking off before this really starts getting juicy. But yeah, see you later, bud. Thanks for joining. Um, what does that say, Wallaby? Ladder Edge have a good one. Oh, Edge, I see. Later, Peter. I see everybody saying peace, peace. Isn't bear meat like really tricky to cook? You have to cook it like you have to not burn it, but you have to cook it well done, because it can, yeah, the parasites can fuck up your brain or something. It can, I think it can give you a brain disease. But you just want to cook it, overcook, not I guess overcook it, but yeah, well done. Make sure that shit's not pink in the middle. James Bond says my first knife was a 4-inch, 5 millimeter thick cold steel. That's a beast of a knife. Nice, nice, nice. Um, yeah, I've had some really cool knives. My uncle, back in the day, got me this knife. It was so cool. The handle was a wolf bone, like the bone of the leg of a wolf, and then it had a pearl at the end of it, and then for the hand guard, or the finger guard, so you don't slip up the blade, that was a piece of an antler. So it was like an antler cut into a slice. Then the blade, I forget what steel it was. Then the sheath was a leather sheath, but made out of rabbit fur. So it was like the skin of the rabbit, and then the part that like sits next to the handle when it's in the sheath was rabbit fur, and then it had strings on it with wolf teeth, and you could tie it in. It was so badass. I've had some really cool knives that I collected back in the day. Um, a breeze says that Charger isn't an Austin Martin there, Mister Bond. Calling him out. Oh, where'd that go? Benjamin, thank you, bud. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. You guys are awesome, man. Yeah, I appreciate all the donations. Our analytics are crazy down right now. I don't know why they're so low right now. Like they're like down. Like like it's like halfway or something. But thank God I just went back to work yesterday. Oh, thank God. But the one thing though is, man, you gotta think I was putting about 8 hours, 8 to 16 hours into the channel and YouTube and this whole thing every single day. Now that I'm back at work, I get up at 4 a.m. I start filming, or I get my video stuff ready, start filming, film before I go to work, as soon as I get off of work. I work out before I go to work. So do that, work out, go to work, do that, get off, come back, film and post when I get off. Um, yeah, fucking hours, man. But you know what, man? I'd rather work them long hours than not. Are we going to have to smite someone from this chat? What's going on? I don't see nothing bad. Hang on a second. Let me see. Is it? Let me see this. It was like 7-year-old me playing in the park with a bunch of other kids, then me pulling out massive cold steel and cleaning the gunk out of my nails. Don't know what that is. This, I control this chat room. You guys are the modders, man. You guys make. Oh, I see. I see. You guys make the choice. You know what? Give them a chance. How about that? Give them a chance. Let's see if. Why don't we just talk to them? How about that? Let's just talk to them. I'm sure you guys will be all right. If you guys already made the choice, that's up to you guys. But do what you guys want to do. Hey, your fate is not in my hands. I honestly don't even know how to kick you out, but these motherfuckers will kick you out real quick. So, it's up to you. I'm not. I don't give a shit what you're doing here. This chat room sucks. Stick around for a little while. You might enjoy yourself. Let's see what else. I'm guessing we have a knife lover in here. Anyways, I'd boot me out if I was you. Yeah, let him be. No, he's just spamming the chat. He probably is. The last guy that did that wound up being cool at the end once he realized we weren't catching the bait. Because sometimes they just want you to catch the bait. They're just, I think he was terminated. Maybe he was. It wasn't by me though. There's plenty of people in here that can make that choice. I like the new logo. Yeah, it is a little different because it has the clip point instead of the cleaver, but I think the shirts are going to be with the cleaver at first. I don't know if we're going to do both. I'm not sure yet. Because as of right now, we have the cleaver one that Russ made. I haven't submitted it in yet, but I'm gonna find out this weekend because, like I said, I've been so busy. But this weekend, I'm gonna try to submit it and see if it works. I'm hoping it does. If it doesn't, then me and Russ will chat and see what we can come up with. Knife Modder says, I control this chat room, and this chat room sucks on repeat evilly. Yeah, that's what he did. Did you handle that half track of titanium? No. USA made blades did. I didn't buy it. Mr. Amazing, who is so awesome and has been such a massive supporter of our channel and has done so much for us. He bought this for us, and I honestly I can't thank him enough. But he got it done, and I believe that it was from USA made blades. I think when you order knives from them, if you want a specific ano or color, if it's raw titanium, I'm not sure what types of things they'll do it or not on, but I think if it's like raw titanium or if it's already a color, they'll do it for you if you want a specific thing. So like if you had, I don't know, if you bought whatever from them, the Shiro Goroth, F F95 frag, you could probably, which this comes from Monkey Edge, but I'm just saying, like, if you bought something in titanium like this, you could probably get it done from USA made blades. This wouldn't come from USA made blades because this is from Russia. So I don't know why I picked that one out of all the USA made knives around me. I'm an idiot. Oh, Chicago 23 says, don't get canceled. You have to say Mr. and Mrs. Amazing. Yeah, I was wondering, like, in the past, like with my lives, like with me cussing and everything, if they were gonna flag me or whatever. So far, we've been safe in this bitch. I know that's not what you were talking about, but it made me think of doing lives and getting flagged and shit like that. Hopefully we never do. I'm guessing in the future we might, but I don't think we can though because it's live. I do monetize it, but I do say it's not for children. So if it's not for children, then how can they? Johnny Jackson says, my main problem right now is that there are far too many knives that I want. I'm thinking of trying a Benchmade or a Spyderco next. Yeah, man, I know what you mean. There's so many great knives out there. There are definitely, if you haven't tried a Spyderco, then like anybody would say, a lot of people would recommend a PM2 or a Para 3. and I agree, those are great knives. If you're gonna go with Benchmade, a 940, a Griptilian, a Freak, um, a Bug Out, those are all great. Depends on the kind of knives you like. If you like a hard use knife, a Shaman is really good. But I will say this though, unless if you're talking about like the Freak or the Griptilian or something, Spydercos are a little bit more solid. They do feel a little more solid. Now I know the Axis lock technically is supposed to be a little stronger than the Axis lock. I've never personally tested it. It's just what I've heard. So, but they feel very solid. Like the Manix, I love. Do I have the Manix right here? I thought I did. The Spyderco Manix is a very, very solid knife. The PM2 is a solid knife. They just like, especially with this ball lock, and you can get kind of the best of both worlds, like the Axis lock, except for it's a little stronger. Um, at least stronger feeling. Benchmade is sometimes overpriced. Yes, that's true. And I think you can get a little bit better bang for your buck from Spyderco. But yes, it is overpriced. But you're paying for also a good warranty. So you can't deny Benchmade's warranty. They have a damn good warranty. And it's a lifetime warranty, lifetime sharpening. So you're paying for that too. You're paying for the future. Now, if that doesn't mean anything to you, then maybe you want to go with another company. Anyone tried customizing with flame ammo? Yes, I have the Kaiser T1 and it's begging for it. Yes, I have. I actually did. I think I did a video on it. Knife my oh, she's talking to Michael Morgan. But yeah, you just get you want to clean it with some alcohol. Obviously, take it all apart, get your titanium taken apart and away from anything else. And make sure you mask off anything with I mean, I guess you shouldn't have to if it's just scales. But yeah, get a torch and fucking go to town. There you go. Make sure you have if you're gonna want to repeat it, get some Winks rust remover, and then if you don't like it, you can strip it and redo it. If you polish it, you'll get better results. If it's so the cleaner the material is, meaning like the least amount of scratches, like the more plain it is and the more polished it is, the better the anno sticks. So the shinier the titanium is, the better it'll come out. Now you can get like dull colors like this without polishing. So it just depends on the type of modding you want. If you want something like this, then it's going to have to be more of a polish. This isn't quite probably a full polish, and you see the colors you get there. This one had both, and you see how the anno turned out. So it just depends on what you want. Lavender Pants is in here. What's up, bud? I don't know if you messaged me, but hold on. What's up, guys? Late as usual. Gotta put the little man down. Take care of business, bud. I appreciate you showing up and saying what's up. Let me know which knife you want. I just looked it up, and the Blade Show location is a 14-hour drive from where I live. Wonder how much that would cost me in gas to get there. 14 hours, 2 tanks. So whatever it takes to fill up your tank. I'd plan for 3, just for driving around there. You probably won't do a full tank when you're there because you'll stay at your hotel and just go right to the knife show. But always plan, for the worst. Depends on what you're driving too. Like obviously, if you have a big fucking truck, it's gonna be more fuel. Figure out you don't know what you're getting. Like if you think about what how many miles you get per gallon, then you can figure it out. I keep pushing all these damn things. Uber everywhere. Me too, bud. Me too. Fucking spend a lot of money on Uber. Let me tell you, a lot of money. So far, the most expensive knife I have is the Civivi Pintail with Damascus. I always bought cheap gas station knives and never knew the difference until recently. Now I used to think $50 was a lot. I know what you mean, Johnny. And I'll tell you what, though, going with Civivi, you want the best option because you got to see what the difference is in budget knives. So, like the budget knives you were used to before, now you see what a real budget knife should be like. Because a real budget knife should be an amazing, amazing, badass knife. So, going with Civivi, you're getting the best bang for your buck. Now, if you want to step up to the big leagues, like meaning like more quality knives, but you don't want to spend $400 or $500 or $300, go with Tucson and go with the ones over number 100. So two TS 100 to 3, whatever they're at now. And you will be able to experience titanium, good ceramic bearings, good action, very, very solid, good geometry with the blade. So I'd check them out. I just wouldn't get anything that looks crazy. I would try like the TS 223, the TS 177, the 195, or not the 195. Sorry, that's more expensive. The 129, something like that. Unless if you like smaller knives, they have a few good smaller knives too. But that or Kubi makes some good titanium knives if you want to try out some good titanium. Um, Anybody else is going to be a little bit more pricey. Kaiser has some good titanium knives too, and sometimes you can get their older models, which are some of their best models. They're older models. Their grinds aren't always the best on their older stuff, but they're very good quality, and you can get them for like 60 to 120 bucks for their older stuff. Poor MC. What does that mean? I want to know what that means. Poor MC. Metal Complex is back. He's here? Metal Complex isn't in here. No. Good night, sir. Good night, Mom. I love you. Thank you for coming in. Sorry, I just now seen that comment. All right, Metal Complex isn't in here. What are we talking about? Ask me, poor MC. What the fuck are we talking about? You guys are leaving me out. Um, Ask me, poor MC. Why poor MC? Lavender Pants is still here. Probably going to post some super rare birds tonight. Finally going to post the Evo 2.0, the Vero Axon, probably. Maybe something else. God, I never could decide which Evo I wanted to keep. Going to be a toss up. If you can't decide, that's what you need to do. Flip a coin. I'll call it for you. You can do it right now because you'll know, like say if you say like, okay, heads is this one, tails is this one, and you flip it and it winds up landing on one and you're like, no, when you want to redo, then pick the other one. I should have my mom on sometime. I would. I love my mom. She's a sweetheart. My mom's an angel. She's definitely an angel. What's up, Zach? Tails. I don't know what that means. Oh, pick tails? Yeah, pick tails because it'll most likely land on heads. Wait, did somebody say the troll is back? The troll is MC using a fake name. That's hilarious. I thought about asking MC because he's doing those live things that like I'm gonna probably do. It's actually brilliant, Jared. I'm going to do that. See, bang. But I thought about asking if he wanted to do a live chat with me, but I don't know if he would or not. It's hard for me doing a live. Like I can watch my tongue if I have to, but it's not easy like in a live because in a live you can't edit it unless if it's not live. I guess you could always just record it. So in that case, it won't matter. Man, this Shiro Goroff is so amazing. I love this damn knife. I'm probably going to do a head-to-head between it and the F3R because both these knives are just winners. Winners. I bet MC would, Jared. I bet he would too. I seen him doing it with other people. But you never know. You never know. But I'm sure he would. Is that the frag? Oh, I love it. Yes, bro. It is so badass. This knife is it's hard to beat a knife like this. The only thing they could have done better is they could put a better sharp range oil. But besides that, man, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so good. It's so good. So is the other one, the carbon fiber one. They're hard to beat, man. The action is amazing and it's so solid. This is the thing. I mean, it's so damn solid. Like I've never even taken this one apart. I took the frag one apart, but I've never even taken this one apart, and it's perfect. Like it's never given me any issue whatsoever. It's just amazing. By the way, Jared, it's been an hour since we hit 40 likes. Where's our Rockstead? Let's pull that beast out. Oh, I front flipped it. Let's see if we can do that again. There we go. Oh, see if we can get to actually pop up. There we go. Oh, Rocky Rockstead. She is great, and it is so smooth. I am happy I did clean it out and put some new Schmitty in there and polish the washers. Nice big washers in this thing. It's a little like tight in there, but that's just the way these things are, man. They're not like bearing knives, you know, but super solid. Like this is another one that you can just feel and tell it's so solid. It's redunculous. That recoil lock looks fidgety. You know what's fidgety? Where the hell is it? Is this damn lock, the shark lock, man. This thing is insane. Gotta love this lock. It is so badass. Here's another one that's tough, man. And it's starting to smooth out big time. The USMC. You see how smooth that thing's starting to get? I've been playing with it. Ooh, D10. Yeah. This thing's a beast. This is definitely a knife that you could take out into the battlefield. Aside from being heavy and weighing you down, you could do anything with this knife. You could just feel it, how strong it is. Now, I did hear that people were saying that they had some that had lock slip. Not this one. I guarantee this lock ain't slipping. It is so strong and solid, and you can hear that lock up. Like when I unlock it, you can tell it's locked up, rock solid. I would never think this thing would fail. I almost am curious how strong it really is, how much weight it could hold. I'm curious about the shark lock too. I wish Demco would do a video on that. Do a video showing how many pounds the shark lock could hold. He said in a video I watched that it's very similar to the triad lock and it's supposed to be just as strong. Only one way to find out. Hey, Gino, thanks for making it, man. Thank you, thank you. Where'd it go? See the blackout Kaiser Lieb Blade HQ has. Pretty cool considering buying the Damp Micarta one for the blackout one. New black Micarta Kaiser Yorkie looking good too. Man, that Kaiser Lieb is a badass little knife. You want to talk about some good action? The Kaiser Lieb, for whatever reason, man, that detent is on point. It is on point. I love that damn thing. Oh, well over 500 pounds. He explained that the lock. What's up, EDC Journey? What's up, bud? He explained that that's why he left the blade so thick was because the lock was so strong. The blade had to support, like if you're gonna make a strong knife, right, and you're gonna have a lock that's gonna hold, say, let's say 1,000 pounds, and I'm just shitting out a number. But if it's gonna do 1,000 pounds, then the blade has to hold 1,000 pounds too. Otherwise, the lock is pointless, right? Because if the blade snaps, then what good was the lock anyway? So I don't know though. I would imagine it's like 1,000 pounds, but I don't know. I think anything over 500 pounds would be absolutely incredible. So I do think over 500. Ooh, that sucks. I've done that a lot. Do you know what's funny is I actually dropped what knife was it? It was a big one too. Oh, the Formax. When I did the review for the Formax, I had to cut it out of the video, but I had the Formax. I had it open in front of the camera and I went like this and I dropped it just like this, straight down into my leg, stabbed me. I mean, stabbed me in the fucking leg. And I was bleeding. And I had to cut that shit out of the video because you just heard me, you know, in the video. But yeah, I stabbed myself pretty good. I had to put a band-aid. I had to go pull my pant leg up, put a band-aid on, and come back and finish the review. You guys couldn't tell, but it happened. The Formax is so heavy that if it's facing down, whatever it hits, it's gonna stab. So it hurt. It did hurt. Happy hump day. Happy hump day to you, Todd, and everybody else. Need a steel towel to wear on your lap. Need steel gloves too. Some shark gloves. Yeah, I'm all right. I mean, I'm so like tools to me. You gotta understand, I've grown up around tools, man. I started using a power saw. So, a skill saw, chainsaws, sawzalls when I was 10 years old, probably earlier than that. Like I grew up with power tools and saws and everything. So tools is just something that I am so used to hurting me, I guess you could say. Like I couldn't tell you how many times I've smashed. One time I was on the job site and it was like 1 degree. I mean, it was so cold, so fucking cold. And when you're up on a wall, like I was doing siding. So when you're up on a wall and it's cold, it's even more cold. You can feel the wind and everything. And doing siding in the snow is hard enough because everything cracks and it's hard to do. Like it's just everything's brittle. And I hit my thumb 3 times in the same day within like an hour or two. Because once you hit it once, and I mean hit it, I'm not talking about bumping it. I'm talking about you're fucking hammering it. Bam! You drop the fucking nail. You start going like this. Your finger, you feel bump, 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 bump. Fucking thing turns purple immediately. You can see the blood under your nail. Now you're scared because if you hit that thing again, it is so painful. So now the whole time your finger feels like it's this big. So squeezing a nail after that is very hard. You can't feel it. You can feel it with your pointer finger, but unless if you hit your pointer finger, but you can't feel it with the finger you held it. One, your fingers are so damn cold already. So your fingers are frozen. Now you can't feel it because all you can feel is your heart beating through your finger. So then bam, and it doesn't take much the second time. The second time you can just tap it. And yeah, I crushed it 3 times in one day because we were trying to get a job done and we had to get it done that day. And it's just a shit job. And bad day, bad day. Roofing sucks in the summer. Trust me, I've done it 100 times, 1,000 times. I know what you mean, man. I've done lots and lots and lots of roofs. But yes, roofing sucks in the summer. It does. It can be pretty brutal, especially certain roofs that are like right in the sun or they don't have any shade. Like I've worked on roofs that are like people talk about like a 12-12, right? That's the pitch. It's like the highest pitch you can do. It's like this, where the both sides are like this. You're basically standing up working on it. You got to hang a piece. You got to hang a plank where you can walk back and forth because it's too much of a slope and you'll fall off. So those ones are bad because you're so close to the roof with your face, in your body and the heat is emanating off of it. So when you're working on it, you have to touch it with your hands and it burns you. But working on a flat roof, the heat is emanating up. So it's like the sun is baking down on you. And if there's no shade at all, man, it gets pretty brutal. Very brutal. Does anyone think the way Jared says Roof, dickhead. I say roof and roof. I say them both. Kara was getting on me about that yesterday. You guys are smart asses. I said it's just I've said it so much, like, and I've worked around so many people saying it that I've just gotten used to saying roof, 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 roof. Doesn't matter. It's both the same thing. I think I'm just saying it fast, like saying roof. I say roof really fast, like a dog, like a dog. Uh, Seems logical. Eastern Pennsylvania, like an hour from Philly. Shout out to Philly. Tar makes it worse. I tarred a roof. Well, it was not last year. It was the year before. I tarred a roof, a building. Um, it's a pretty big roof, but yeah, tar can suck too, man. I remember one time the roof is on fire. Now say it the other way. The roof is on fire. Um, I was I was working on a wall. This wasn't roofing. This was concrete. And when you do the walls, okay, so after you pour the footing, you pour the walls, and you put tar on it, and it's to prevent water from coming into a basement. You know, the basement walls. You know, like right now we're in a basement, concrete walls, right? Anyways, so you tar the outside of it. Well, anyways, the bucket was sitting up on top of an 8-foot wall, and my buddy was walking, and somebody else was up on the wall, and I don't remember if somebody accidentally kicked it or if he pulled it down, but the entire bucket of tar went on his head and just coated him. Oh fuck! You know how shitty that is? That is like that's like the hardest thing to get off of you. It's like you're shaving your head. You have to clean yourself with gasoline basically because that's the one way to get it off of things is with gasoline. So that's what he did. He had to take a bath in gasoline. That's shitty. I got friends out that way. It's not to me. They are ready out. Where the fuck can I find a TRM neutron from? Well, you might be able to find one in here. Talk to TRM. I don't know if how often they have batches coming out, but if you talk to TRM, you might be able to make something happen. Look on eBay, go on some forums, maybe. I'm sure somebody out there is willing to trade one or sell one. I know they're not easy to get. I know, man. And I feel bad for people that want to get a knife so bad and it's hard for them to get. So, what you want to do, I'll tell you what, if you're really serious and you want to get one, talk to TRM, find out when they're dropping some knives next, and get on that list. Make sure you know when it's going to happen, have the money ready, because that's what it's about. Like for some of these companies, they can only put out so many. You don't want a shit knife, right? Like the reason why this knife is so great is because they do good work on it. So I can't fault them for not being able to do more because if they did more, this one wouldn't be so good. So you just have to be ready for them. I'm thankful to Mr. Amazing. So, uh, trust me, I wanted one bad, and I was lucky enough to have TRM gift us one, and I gave it away because that's what it was for. And it feels good to be able to give stuff away to people. But that one wasn't. No, that was a neutron. That was a neutron. I think it was either an atom or a neutron. I think it was the red and black carbon fiber one. I think that's the atom. Or no, the neutron. I mean, I get the neutron and the atom mixed up so much. Um, to get my neutron, I had to go the exact time they went live and had it ordered in 90 seconds. That's what I'm talking about. They were gone in only a couple of minutes. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Talk to them, find out like they might tell you like, okay, in a month we're gonna have a day, blah blah blah. Give us your email, we'll email you, blah blah blah. There you go. Poncho 151. Thank you, brother. TRM sends out emails with info on drops if you are subscribed. All you gotta do is subscribe, man. Don't cost you a dime, just subscribe. Jared, what do you think of the where'd he go? Of the Wii Fornix? You really want to know what I think? All right, this might get a little controversial, but I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. Let me take a hit first. Okay. Let me say this. I like it. I like it a lot. But if you guys know a designer out there, man gonna steal. Okay. I don't want to spread false info or anything like that, but he's a knife designer. He issued a design to them, basically that exact knife. Okay. They denied it. They said, no, we have enough designs right now, blah, blah, blah. He said, okay. So he went and issued it to Kubi. Now, Kubi has just made it. We has a bigger company and is able to put them out faster. So We's came out first. But after they denied him, they wound up making it basically. I mean, if you look at his design and look at that knife, it's the fucking exact knife. It's the exact knife. Look at the design from Kubi, the one that they just put out. They're both the same fucking knife. He contacted them and said, hey, what's up? They said, no, this is a knife that we made before, and it's just we changed some things. It's basically like they were like trying to say like it's like a different version of another knife they did. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. It's too perfect. If you look at it, everything's the same. The blade does the exact same thing. And I don't think We is a thief. I don't think that sounds weird. I don't think We Knives is trying to be a thief or anything, but they had that design submitted to them. I don't know if they didn't realize it or what happened. They're denying it, and I understand. And man gonna steal. There's nothing he can do about it, but that's his damn design. So the Kubi is the rightful one? Absolutely. Kubi is the rightful one. 1,000,000%. I remember when he first did it. I remember everything. He even came to me before we ever dropped that knife and told me what was going on. And he showed me what he issued to We, like that he submitted the pictures and the blueprints of the knife and everything, and they denied him. So it's all in writing. Like I've seen it, so I know, and to me, it's whatever. I mean, they can say whatever they want, but that's his design. And he didn't get nothing off of it. But the Kubi design is the rightful design. That's the one they issued it. They're paying for it. They're giving them money from it. And it just dropped. Or I think it's coming to the States right now. We should be able to buy it by next month or the end of the month or something. Because it did take a while for Kubi to do it. I'll say that. It took them like a year for them to get it out. But I forget the name of it, man. You know what? Here. Just give me 1 second. I'll let you know. It's a nice knife, but here, if you guys all want to check it out right now, I'll show you. I'm not going to pull it up on this thing because I'm a damn idiot and I'll probably fuck something up. So instead of doing that, I'll just show it to you on here. Okay. It is called the Feloci. Let me see if you guys can see that. That's the Man Gonna Steals version. But if you look, it's the exact same damn knife. The Feloci, spelt like that. Veloce. I'll find a picture of it too, really quick. That's one picture. Oh, here's a picture. Let's look at one more. This is the from drawing to finish. But if you look, the nose scoop is the exact same way. See, here it is again. If you look at that nose, how that nose is, it's the exact same way. Here it is again. But it looks identical to that Wii one. And, I'm not like I said, I'm not talking crap about we. I don't think they did anything wrong. I think it was just a mess up, and I think they wound up using a design. I don't think it's possible. Put it this way, I don't think it's possible that they drew up the exact same design that was submitted to them a year before, and all of a sudden made a design that they already had into a new design, and it just happened to come out identical to the one that was submitted to them. And what's the chances of that? I don't know. I mean, maybe if you want to believe that. We Knives did a harpoon blade. Yeah, that one has that too. That one's the same way. I don't know if you couldn't see it from the pictures, but it's the same way. It's like, and I think this is the thing is that the design that he submitted, I think I might still have it, was like that. Like it was basically the exact same shit. Is like I'm sure there's maybe tiny differences, but obviously there's gonna be. It's two different companies. But when you look at, let me get it back up. Let me see if I can see his. The nose goes down, the wee one goes up. But I think the design that he submit. Let me see if because I think I might still have it. I don't want to, spread false shit. But I think the design he submitted to them did have it like that. It's just the one he wound up submitting to Kubi was slightly different. What the hell? Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'll get off of this whole subject here right now. I just want to see if I can find this. If I can't, then yes, the design he submitted to them did have the nose just like that. It was identical. I could I could show it to you right now, but like I said, I don't want to spread shit, even though I already just did now. But yeah, his design that he submitted to them did have it was the exact same. I just seen the drawing that he submitted to them, and yeah, it was. So, anyways, damn, you think it's the same guy? What are we talking about? Do we have a what's going on? Come on, don't leave me out. Damn, you think it's the same guy? It has a Wii vibe to it. Jared, I unfortunately missed the lives lately, which sucks. But I'm still around. Gonna switch the TV actually now. Just no chat. So it's all right, bud. But hey, I appreciate you being here, and I understand not everybody can always make them, and I know people get busy. I don't make it to everybody's lives either. I try to make it to a lot of people's lives, but you know what? I do the same thing a lot of times. A lot of times I'm in the live, I'm just not chatting because I'm working or doing something, but I do have it playing and I am paying attention. It's just my hands are full. Like even a lot of times, sometimes like if I'm at work, I'll replay them in my ear if I'm not listening to a podcast, or I'll sharpen a knife and watch them during the day. Jared just getting too popular. Now he has tool trolls and me. Well, that's you guys gotta. I mean, if we got one in here, you guys know how to take care of them. I let you guys deal with that shit. I'm not in the chat, so if it bothers you, then get him the fuck out of here. Um, I can't always see it, But yeah, if you guys think it's right, get him out of here. I mean, I leave it up to you guys to make that decision. I don't, obviously don't kick people out for, you guys know, like I don't kick people out for what they say. It's if they're spamming, that's different. If they want to argue or something, fucking bring it. Let's argue. Yeah, unfortunately, that's probably why he couldn't do something like a copyright claim because of different blade shape. No, it was the same blade shape. That's what I'm saying. It was the exact same blade shape. The design he submitted to them had the exact same blade shape. Though he had two. He had two. One went up like a harpoon, and the other one went down. So he had two of them. So the one was I just looked at it. It's literally the same exact knife. Now, the one, I'm sure he did the same thing to Kubi, submitted those two. One had the harpoon and one had the, what do you want to call the other one? Umpoon. And they wound up picking the umpoon. But it's the same thing. It's just one was, the harpoon and one was the downpoon. But no, he couldn't because their excuse was that it was just a remake of an old design. That's their excuse. But if you think about it, We has made how many knives? How many knives do you think We's made? Think about it. From the start of We till now, how many do you think they've made? 300? They could say that about anything. I mean, I could make this knife, right? And then say, "Oh, this is the remake of that knife." You know what I mean? It doesn't have to look like it. So that's the 2.0. What's up, 25 to knife? Been here for almost an hour, helping the wife hang pictures while listening. Thank you, bud. I appreciate that. We have 69 people in here. Full poontang. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. What do you call a downward harpoon? Like you have the harpoon. I don't have a harpoon. Oh yeah, I do. I got a Floydian's knife. You got a harpoon that's like this. What is it when it does the opposite, when it goes down and forward? You know what? Kind of like this. Where's that? Kind of like this, but not. What do you call that? Poontang! Reverse poon. There you go. The reverse poon. I like that one. That's a good one. Lion. Wait, damn it. Lion of Judah, Lamb of God says, "We are in the end of times. And if we're to be judged under the 10 commandments, every single one of us would be guilty. God made a way to save us from hell and our sin. Believe on the Son of God and live." Well, that's why he did die for our sins. So, anyways, um, anybody see any good shows lately? Any good Netflix shows or anything good? I'm looking for a new show. We just started this one. It's a little weird, but we're almost done with it. We're gonna be done with it in just a couple more episodes. So, the one we're watching, I forget the fucking name of it, but man, it's weird as shit. It's weird. It's cool though. It's good. It's just weird, really weird. Hey, baby, she can't hear me. Been watching Breaking Bad. Tiger King. No, I haven't seen that, but I know about it. I've watched epic shows or things about it, but no, I didn't see that. But I know about it though. I've heard enough shit about it. Needs Nas, check it out. Um, Snowfall was good. I seen some of that. I should have watched. I should have kept watching. I'm bad at Netflix these days. I spend too much time on YouTube. Me too. Me too. And that's what it's about, really. I mean, it's almost like now. That's why, like, so many companies and organizations are like on TV. Their fucking ratings are down, bro. Like down, down because of YouTube, because you can see so much on YouTube now. It's like, what's the point? Just like even your news and information, you're a fucking idiot. And I'm sorry for anybody that does do this, but I'll say it again. You're a fucking idiot if you're getting your news and information from the TV. If you're looking at any news company for your information and news, you're getting the wrong information. Like you should be getting it from YouTube. You should be getting it from real journalists that have a profession, not getting paid to say what somebody else wants them to say, but actually reading the real information. Because there are channels that do that. There's channels that bring you the information as it comes out. So, like, if this and this happened, then that's what they tell you. They don't argue about it and tell you their position on it and why this is, why they hate this and this person's bad. Now, there's some that will give you their opinion on what they think about it, but they still read the information as is. So they give you the information, and then they give you their opinion. But it's different than just giving you their opinion on information as it comes, rather than not giving you the information. It's kind of like if something happens and I tell you how bad that person is for doing that, but I didn't tell you what or why it happened. You know what I mean? Um, but if you thank you, Evilly, I appreciate that. Um, it's getting ridiculous, man. And to me, like, okay, I was in an Uber yesterday going to work, and the guys got on the radio, and it's the regular radio, and oh man, it made my stomach hurt. Not really, but it could have. And I'm like, man, this is so pathetic. By the time I got to my destination, he goes, what did he say? He said something like, it's bad, right? Or something like that. Or it sounds bad or something. I said, man, everything they said since I got in this fucking car is bullshit. I said, literally, all they've said is bullshit. I said they're just spreading false information, telling you shit that scares you. Their ratings are going down so bad that they need like it's like if you have bad ratings, right? And you learn if I say this word, my ratings go up every time I say this word, then you're gonna say it fucking 1,000 times in a day. Like the word COVID, or something. So then they're gonna just talk about that the whole time and come up with every fucking detail of bad shit to do so that their ratings go up. Like it's all it's about. And like when I was in the car, man, I was like, man, everything they've said, and I know everything they're saying is bullshit. And especially if you listen to people that have worked for those places and tell you how they get their information and what they do with their information, it scares you. Like how like I listened to this one guy, he worked for him, and he said that they weren't allowed to do real journalism. They had to tell their stories that were given to them. Real journalism is they go and get their stories and their information, they bring it to the company, and then they give the information out. The company doesn't decide what information they give. They just let them get the information. That's real journalism. But no, these journalists weren't allowed to do that. They had to say what they said. And they had to not say anything about this. Like they were told every day, like, don't talk about this, don't say anything about this, don't bring this up, only talk about this, use these catastrophic words, and make sure you use all these phrases when you talk about this. And then they hit a prompter. And yeah, it's like, what's up, Monster? What's up, bud? Well, yeah, that's what because they need. And I'm talking to Miller right now. Sorry, Miller says, "Peeps keep watching." Yeah, that's why, like you said, that's why it's always negative. They need you to keep watching because people watch negative shit, and the negative shit keeps them, in like stuck. Just like anything, though, and it's on both ends. Both ends do it. That's why we can't be fooled by this shit, man. We need to just band together, not listen to this shit, and realize everything's bullshit. Everything has $1 billion behind it and has somebody pushing false bullshit to scare you or to get you to hate things. It's kind of like, why is everything being pulled in two different directions the past couple years? It's like they're trying so hard to get people to hate each other. They're trying so hard because as long as we're fighting, then that we're not fighting them, right? As long as we're fighting each other, then they're not fighting us, right? They just use us against each other. It's kind of like if you had an enemy and your enemy just finds another enemy or makes up an invisible enemy. And then now you're fighting that invisible enemy. So now you're not fighting your real enemy. Or, like, never mind. But yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. I know most everyone in here will disagree with me, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I miss Jon Stewart. He was the most honest newscaster, which is ironic since he was a comedian acting like a newscaster. There you go. Um, Tanya is the enemy. I don't know who Tanya is. What's up, Shane? Daily Carry Solutions. What's up, bud? Yeah, I don't know who Tanya is. Tanya. Anyways, um, but yeah, as long as we're fucking being negative to each other and coming up with reasons to defend ourselves against other things and invisible things that don't mean shit, then they're just running around doing whatever they want and like just throwing balls over our head basically. And we're not even looking, we're not catching them. We're just letting everything go over our heads because we're too busy fighting the invisible boogeyman. And I'm not talking, I'm talking about like just, all the words that make people, like say racist things, like they're trying to make it seem like put it this way. I heard one of them. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to get no political thing. I heard one of them say that our biggest threat is white supremacy. White supremacy. Do you know in 2018 and 2019, I think it was only 7 people were arrested for white supremacy, like for like being white supremacists and doing shit. I think it was 13 people altogether that were actually charged. How is that the biggest threat to America? What the fuck are you talking about? Like in one county, in one city alone, there's gangs that fucking kill more people than that. Just in one county, in one city alone. We're talking about all of America. 13 people in 2 years. That's our biggest threat. But there's people that get attracted to the idea that it exists. So then they use that word to hate everything and they just like label it on anything. It's like, oh, you disagree with me? You're racist, right? But and then if people fear being called that, fuck man, don't fear being called that. Because all that is, it's like when you were in a preschool or kindergarten, right? And you were winning an argument with a kid and he called you a dummy, right? Or something. Like he's only calling you a name because he's losing the argument. Canada's here? Fuck. There is someone who explains this topic amazingly on YouTube. I believe the video is meditations on mold bug, the ruling underclass. If anyone interested in a good watch, thank you, 25 to knife. I think that's great information. I think, like letting people see information like that is a very beneficial to understand how manipulation works because we're being manipulated so bad right now. And I see people all around me getting manipulated so bad and it's so scary and sad. It is sad. Mayor isn't a sellout. He's self-proclaimed left, but even then, he has no problem calling out their BS. I respect that as a Republican. I respect people that definitely call out the BS. What I don't like is when they're reading a teleprompter, only saying what somebody else is telling them to say. Like I was just saying before, real journalism is you going and getting the factual information and presenting it as such, not taking a narrative that your boss is telling you to run with. Meaning like I'm not allowed to talk about this, and this. I'm only allowed to talk about this, and I have to use these catastrophic words to talk about it because using catastrophic words makes like their ratings go up. Like that's why they use it so much with so many things. They make certain things sound so horrific. Why aren't they talking about the good things? It's like, when was the last time you watched the news and heard all good things, things that made you happy? You don't. That won't happen. They're not going to tell you things you want to hear that make you happy. They're only going to tell you things that make you mad and make you stay watching. And then what they'll do is they'll throw you a little dart of good that make you hold on. Like, oh, really? Oh, that's good. Oh, thank God. And then bam, back to chaos. It's like a scary movie. Like, fuck that shit, man. Go and get your information from real journalists, people that actually tell you factual information. Like they don't try to hide. Oh, it's like oh, there's a statistic about this out. Oh, well, don't let them see that. Don't let them see that statistic. No, let us see all the information and let us make an educated decision. People turn their heads and crash at a crash, not someone giving food to the homeless. That's what people turn their heads at a crash, not someone giving food to the homeless. That's why, bro. Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. I know what you mean by that. But exactly. And that's sad. That's sad. Paul says, I used to be a centrist. I think I'm a leftist now. Oh, wait. You know what? I heard somebody saying, um, I don't remember, like yesterday before. I would consider myself definitely none of it. I don't want a label because if I say a label, then you say you think that I agree with all of this and I disagree with all of this. That's not me. Tell me the situation and I'll tell you where I fall. That's how it goes. I can tell you one damn thing about me though is I love the Constitution and I don't like anything that hurts my constitutional rights. I think the Constitution was a well placed thing that has made us such a great country, regardless of our faults. That is one thing that protects us and makes us the bosses of this country. It's supposed to. It's supposed to give us the power over the politicians. It's just we're forgetting that. And we're allowing the politicians to rule. But anyways, I want to go back to that centrist thing because I heard somebody yesterday, the day before, they were talking. They were saying that they don't like saying that they are a centrist, even though, like, if you listen to their ideals, they fall center. Okay, so somebody said, "Well, you're a centrist, right?" And they said, "No, I don't like that." He said, "I think that's a cop out." And I'm not. This ain't my words; these are his. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with it or anything. I'm just talking. So he said that he thought it was a cop out because it makes it to where you're not agreeing or disagreeing with either side. And it's making you not have to make a decision. I'm not saying I agree with that at all. Like, I would say if I'm anything, I sit right in the center too, because there's things I agree with on both sides, there's things I disagree with on both sides. I think, though, that a lot of the left, not all, because there are some really, I think what the liberalism used to be isn't no more. And I think it's turning into, you guys already know what I'm about to say, socialism and communism. And that's what the party, and if you listen to people back in the 50s and 60s, they talk about that. That's always what it turns into. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I call myself a centrist or not, but I do sit right in the center, though. A centrist is different, though, than I think somebody's sitting right in the center. Um, just don't be a sovereign citizen. Ted Nugent, 2024. Um, I was listening to Adam Calhoun say, I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's a rapper, but he's like a country rapper, but he's really good though, a really good musician, and probably a good businessman too. He's got a pretty good business going. His business is gone really good. He's got some songs at the top charts. He did the racism song. Anyways, he said he's running for 2024 and he promises he is. I don't know how that works because he is a felon or he was a felon. I don't know if he wound up having it expunged, but he did do some time in prison. So I don't know if he can run for presidency. It's the struggle of freedom versus security. Yeah, security is always bullshit, though, in my opinion. Needing somebody else to protect you is always going to fall short. What you should be able to do is have the best chance of protecting yourself versus somebody else protecting you, in my opinion. And I think people that want the government in their life, I don't think that's a good thing. I think that's a negative thing. I think you should be as far separate from them as possible. What's up, baby?
What the fuck are you talking about over here?
The left has gone. The left has gone crazy. I'm a right-leaning independent. I would prefer a Mitt Romney over Trump any day. I don't know much about Mitt Romney, to be honest. Bree says he's a libertarian. Politics and religions are always tough group decision. Yeah, it is. It is. And it's not something a lot of people like to talk about. I don't mind it because I think, if anything, we should talk about it. I think it's bad when people won't talk about it. Now, I'm not saying it's always a good thing to talk about. If you're sitting down at dinner with family that's always going to disagree, then no. But if you have an opportunity to talk about things that are only going to benefit people or, like, open their minds up, I think it's good. I don't think it's good to shut yourself in a corner in a closet and not listen to information. I always said that the 2020 presidential race we should have gotten was Bernie Sanders versus Ted Cruz or Mitt Romney. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Ted Cruz. I ain't grab the chair.
It's too much fucking work. Are you kidding?
Too much work?
Yeah, I have to wheel it all in here.
Here's my lovely wife, Kara, everybody.
Hi.
A libertarian is a social liberal and a constitutional conservative. Is that what that is? See, I guess I didn't know what it was. A libertarian is a social liberal and a constitutional conservative. Okay. I honestly don't even, I'm not even positive I know what that means, but I think I know what it means. And Dawn says, hey, Kara.
Hi.
Kara, good news. The
What?
computer came in 2 days ago.
Yay!
Bernie
That's awesome.
versus Cruz versus Romney. Now that's TV. And that's what they would turn it into as a TV show. And that's what I think is sad about it. I think having somebody else was saying it that like certain politicians are the ones that get in because they're the rich ones. So they're the ones that can advertise. And it's basically like what the media wants versus, what the people want, because the people, if they knew how good like the one guy was that doesn't have the money to advertise and put it all out there and have the news talking about them, the people would probably pick them. And it shouldn't be about that, because basically it's the rich guy wins rather than,
Bing bong.
I know I'm trying to pull it up. Thank you, Mr. C. Thank you, man.
Woo!
Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you even looking at the stickers? Have you done one sticker tonight?
This is the first sticker.
Yeah, people don't like giving stickers to you, do they? Because you won't do them.
If I seen them over here and I didn't see them as a sticker because I wasn't looking at this one.
That's what I was asking.
That doesn't do it over here.
No, but it tells you that there is one, so you can.
Oh,
look
I
over
see.
there.
I see. Trolls, because we had a couple trolls tonight.
Yeah, like what? I wish I.
These
was
guys
there.
took care of them. I don't know.
love trolls.
The bodyguard got them.
Yeah, but what were they doing?
I believe in capitalism. I also believe in taxing the mega rich. I don't know about taxing the mega rich, but I think the rich already pay. The rich pay, I think 60% of all the taxes paid in the United States is by the rich already. Now, I do believe in capitalism.
If you
100%.
have like a percentage, though, like I know this won't be the real number, but like let's say like 5% of your income gets taxed. If you make more money, 5% is automatically a larger amount of dollars than what I'm paying. So wouldn't
Right.
that be
But the point,
how it should be?
what right?
Wouldn't it automatically fix itself?
I'm saying it's all what is already happening. So I'm saying is the rich is 1%. 1% of the population are the rich, and they're paying for 60% of all the taxes. So the rest of the people, so the 99% are paying 40%. So they're already being taxed. Now, if you tax them too much, they will leave. The rich have the opportunities and the abilities to be somewhere else. So if you tax them too much, a rich guy explained it one time. I was listening to him. He was a billionaire, and he says, I'm willing to pay more. I understand that I'm rich and that I should have to pay a little more. And this is what he said. I'm not saying this. And he says, but if it gets out of line, I will fucking vanish. He's like, in my billions and billions of dollars that the community, environment, and whatever it takes advantage of will lose that. He's like, they only get it because I'm okay with this percentage. When I'm not okay with it, it will go away. And that's where, if you do that, you will push them out.
Did you show them that?
I don't know why he won't stop. He hasn't stopped this whole time.
But you showed them her?
They did see it, yeah.
You showed them her before we know what her name is? We haven't even gotten her to tell us what her name is yet.
I think they called her something. I forgot.
Well,
that's true. Also, what?
What's her name?
I don't fucking know. I don't know. What do you want to name her? Why don't you name her? That's true. Also, overtaxing the rich drives out of business. That's why manufacturing in the U.S. collapses. Absolutely.
I want to name her Pamela.
Pamela?
No.
I think we should name her Dougie's girl. Oh, that Dougie girl.
Daisy. That's
Daisy,
fucking
perfect.
Cute.
Daisy and Dougie. I like it.
I like Daisy.
Daisy's all up in there.
Aww.
Or Dougie's all up in the Daisy right now.
Fucking
doesn't
Daisy.
know her name either.
No, you didn't ask. These men are rude. They're just using her. Oh, Daisy.
Oh, that must have hurt him.
This is Douglas's
You can
heart.
see how much Douglas is aged. I'll say that.
I don't know
from
if
getting
Jared
kicked across the
explained,
room.
but she has to hold on to Douglas's heart for him because he doesn't have one. So Daisy holds on to it. That's why she's got it in her hand.
He's got a heart of stone.
Yeah.
What does it say? Fucking where'd it go?
Daisy.
Fucking Daisy.
Douglas took that as a command.
Good boy, good boy. That's what my dad would say.
I wanted to
That's my
say
boy.
something.
What?
Somebody said made a comment something about corporate Dems are such hypocrites, but it reminded me of that that thing you were telling me about that gun or ammunition owner.
Yeah.
Who on his form for ordering bullets asked if people voted for Biden, and if they did, he wouldn't sell them stuff.
It's in the form. So if you want to get ammunition from his company, you have to fill out the form, and in the form it says, "Did you vote for Biden?" And if you said yes, he refuses to sell you ammunition. And he was on a show, and he explained that he had talked to a couple of the people because they called in and says, "Why can't I buy ammunition?" He says, "Well, did you vote for Biden?" They said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I'm not going to sell ammunition to somebody who votes for somebody who's trying to get my business shut down and doesn't care about the guns that they're filling the bullets or putting the bullets in. Because why do you want a gun if you're going to vote in somebody who's taking away your gun?" And she tried to give all his info, like all these things, like, no, he's just trying to get rid of this certain gun and blah blah blah. And he says, no, he's trying to get rid of online purchases for gun and ammunition. Well, she obviously thought that you can just order a gun online that shows up at your house. It's like, that's not how it works. You order the gun, it gets sent to a gun shop. You still go through the same thing as if you went to the gun shop already. The difference is they just transfer it from A to B for you. You still have to go through all the background checks and all the stuff. And but they obviously, she didn't agree in the end, but she didn't get her bullets either.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say about that though?
Just it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. The rich plutocrats pit us against each other. They rig the system against us. If they aren't going to play by the rules, then we should tax the hell out of them. I think this is what I think.
I think that this channel has nothing to do with knives.
Yeah, we talked knives all in the beginning.
No.
We did. We showed knives on the knife cam. We talked knives. But no, I do think that we need to because they work for us, the politicians, and I think we need to stop feeding or falling for the bullshit. Both sides. Both sides. I think the majority agrees with that. Like, not agrees with that what I just said, but agrees with a lot more than we think. And it's just we keep falling for the lies.
I love you, baby. The fuck.
Thank you.
I love you too, baby.
But I think we keep falling for the lies. Like say if they say something about this person, well then I get mad. And they say something about me, then they get mad. And then we just fucking just crash and keep fighting. And we gotta realize that they're trying to pit us against each other and say, we're not listening to you no more. No, we're gonna band together, and we want you to listen to us now. Because that's what's supposed to happen. They're supposed to do what we want.
I am exhausted.
Yeah, she looks exhausted.
I just worked 9 days in a row, and I'm tired.
Hit that.
I am very beautiful. Thank you for
She's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Daily Carry Solution says, I think we should just take away the tax cuts and loopholes and force them to actually pay the standard taxes they're required to file. I think, man, when I seen, I didn't even realize all the BS till I seen all this stimulus stuff and how much money they're sending to, like, it's crazy, man. Like, I think we pay so much into bullshit that we shouldn't be, that we should be in more control over what happens with our tax money. It's fucking pathetic.
To answer a super important question, the game
107 likes.
Excuse me. I'm talking.
Sorry, go ahead.
The game that I was playing was Call of Duty World War II. I didn't do that well.
You didn't?
No, I was focused on talking, and my eyes were burning because I haven't closed them in 9 days, and
in 9 days, you need to go take a nap, baby.
Yeah. So, but
Yappy.
no, that game is actually really fun.
It is fun.
I
got caught up in it lately.
Yeah, he's been playing.
I'm
with
getting
me, like,
pretty
every
good
day.
though. I'm getting
You are
okay.
doing so good, and you've hit a lull. But I do that too, where like I'll do really well, and then it's like I fucking can't play for a little bit, but then all of a sudden I'll do really well. It's weird how much your mindset plays into anything that requires hand-eye coordination, like sports games, anything like that. Your fucking mindset really can mess your skill up.
Yeah.
Like even sports, like as a kid when I would play soccer, like if I would start doing bad or things would go bad, I would play worse.
Right.
Even at 10 years old playing, like
so
soccer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I know
it's
what
like
you mean.
that same thing happens. And I've noticed like you've been like that when we've been playing.
Mick
really
Keem says
hard.
you will be getting 2,800 and more if you have kids. I don't know from what, because I think that's all BS. Even like the stimulus things, like I fell completely in the range and did everything, paid taxes, blah, blah, all the bullshit, and should have gotten the stimulus check, all the stimulus checks. So should she have. And we didn't get nothing. I got the last one for the 600, but all the other two or whatever, I didn't get nothing. And I should have. Like, but I know people that didn't even pay taxes in their whole life that got it. Like, sometimes it just doesn't make sense.
Can you line your beanie up with this to make it look like a fluffy ball?
Probably.
Like it's like part of your beanie. That was a request.
Was it?
I disliked because Kara wasn't on. Well,
I mean, at least we got a dislike.
Are you gonna?
I don't see no damn dislike.
Are you gonna change it though? Because
there is a dislike. All right, all right.
I'm here now.
She's here now. Bree says, "Rally, rally. The pitcher's name is Sally." Oh, forgot that's offensive now. Or the pitcher's name actually is Sally.
Well, if it is, you have to respect it.
Everything.
Hey, lady, what is your name? My name is Kara.
The other money that's what we have. That's what we're gonna have to do. But the point is we needed it then. That's my point. We needed it then. I was out of work because of what was going on. The riots fucked up our shipments. I didn't work for months because of that. My boss wound up catching COVID. Couldn't go to work because of that. Like so many things put me out of work, and we needed it. Like there's a difference between somebody needing it, and I know people who didn't need it whatsoever. They got them, and
it was
it's a different, it's. I don't try to rely on them because, like I said, I don't want to be reliant on the government for anything. It always leads to worse stuff. It's never good. Of course, of course. But like that's the way it is for anything, and that's how they get you, man. They honestly, I know people that have relied on the government their whole life, and it's never a good thing. It always puts you in a bad position and leaves you begging them and leaves you needing them. Like it's kind of like the whole giving a man a fish or teaching him how to fish, right? Like if you give a person a fish and don't teach them how to fish, they're always going to rely on you feeding them rather than just saying, "Here, man, this is how you fish. Now you can feed yourself." That's the way it should be. It should be more business opportunities, more job opportunities.
My hair is so long.
It is. It looks beautiful though.
No, but like I can feel how long it's getting. Like I'm sitting here like this.
Yeah.
And it's like, look at it.
It looked gorgeous. The blonde came out a lot more than it was before.
It's finally grown out. So now you can see what I was talking about when I dyed it. I was saying how like you weren't going to be able to see like the effect till it grew out for a little bit. Yeah. But I wanted to do that so it lasts longer.
Yeah, it's so much brighter than it was.
So I look like a shampoo commercial?
Almost. Yeah, now you do. There you go. There you go. Your hair goes slow in the camera though.
Does it?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh man, I'm loopy.
Will we get the bill too? I'm only 42. What bill? I don't know. What does it say? I'm not relying on the stimulus or handouts, but if they end up in my hands, that's the way I'm saying it too. I'm obviously gonna take it. I'm not gonna not take it, but like the people that want the government to do so much and want like jobs shut down and them to pay things, and it's like you're literally digging a hole for our grandchildren or children or whatever. Like some people don't care though, but with everything that's happened, it makes me not even want to have children. Like that's crazy to say that. Like we don't have any kids, and we want to end up having kids, but it almost scares me to do that. Like,
I mean, we have a lot going on with
little
Douglas and
little
Daisy.
Dougie.
Your
Oh,
battery's
my
running
battery's running
low.
low. Okay, we have almost no percent. So we are going to close this out, guys, in 2 minutes. So if anybody has any questions or wants to say anything, say it now. I will say I appreciate all of you guys coming and joining me and hanging out. Give a man a fish and feed him for a day. Don't teach him how to fish. Fishing not hard, and he's a grown ass man. There you go. 111 likes. That's amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. 64 people are in here. Murder the government. I say take control of them. We need the government. Like, I'm not saying we don't need a government, but the government's supposed to work for us. That's it. They're just supposed to work for us. They're supposed to put it this way. They're supposed to have our best interest at heart. When they start pinning and fighting us against each other and start shutting down businesses and start sending businesses to other countries, they're not doing our best interest, right? Like I said before, like if they got paid based on the economy that they are in, like their county, whatever, they'd be doing a lot more harder work, and they'd be making our think about how much our system or how better our system would be doing if their payment and their money in their pocket was based on that rather than they get paid for nothing. Like they get paid if they do shit work, they get paid if their economy goes to shit. They always get paid. Why? Why should they get paid like that? You know, we get paid for doing good work, and if we do bad work, we get fired. So that's the way it should be for them too. We should be able to fire them if we don't agree with what they're doing. And if their economy and wherever they're at is not doing good in a whole, then they should be getting paid shit. You know, it's kind of like if I owned a business and I was doing shit work, well, I'm not going to make much money, right? I got to do good business to get good money. So that's how they're built. That's how their money should be getting paid. Like in this stimulus money, I'm fucking pissed that they're going to get a raise this year and have to do only 25% less work than they did last year. What? After a so-called pandemic, you want 25% less work, but you want to make like $50,000 more a year? And they got it. What are we talking about? After a pandemic, they want more money. And they also don't want us to work. Oh my God. It's disgusting to me. I love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. Of course he does, Mr. C. Um, where'd that go? I hate when this thing does that. Republicans or Democrats or corporate hacks. Um, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all you guys hanging out with us and chilling with us, listening to me rant, talking some knives. Hopefully, oh yeah. Also on the Patreon, if you guys don't know, if you guys become a patron, we do giveaways once a month. We also have personal videos that we make there for people that want personal videos, like if they have any questions. Well, like knife sharpening or make me understand this. Yeah, well, it's just private. Yeah, I guess I do. I guess I do. Okay, so how would you phrase it?
Behind the scenes.
Well, behind the scenes isn't
exclusive content.
We do requested behind the scenes videos on Patreon, and we're also doing once a week skits and do giveaways. We have other videos there on Patreon. Also on Instagram, if you want to check out our Instagram. You know what? I'm going to talk about this really quick because I know we're about to die.
I still got to sing. So don't fuck
Somebody said I should start doing knife ASMR for knife sharpening where I don't talk at all and I just sharpen a knife. That's a great idea and I might start doing it, but I'd have to upload it to a different channel, like an ASMR channel. I don't know. Maybe I will. I love you guys. What are you singing?
I think I've sung it before, but I couldn't think of anything, so I'm just gonna do it. Okay? Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. You have blue eyes?
I know. That's why I said it.
No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be faded, to telling only lies.
I don't think you've done this one yet.
But my dreams, they are as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours
Of only lonely.
My love is vengeance. It's never free.